To restore the face of his disfigured wife, a painter began kidnapping young, beautiful women, leading to an inevitable tragedy. Not long ago, at a masquerade ball, the talented artist met his lover's best friend, the stunning, pure, and sensual Annie. Her extraordinary beauty made the painter fall madly in love with her at first sight. He then abandoned his longtime lover Moira. He plunged into a reckless romance with Annie, eventually leaving behind Paris's social circles to live with her in a manner passed down by his ancestors. As Annie excitedly toured their new home, she was suddenly startled to discover that the household servants were two ugly dwarf brothers. These were orphans the painter had taken in, and they had been managing the estate for many years. The painter had intended to send them away before the wedding. However, kind-hearted Annie, feeling pity for their homelessness, allowed them to stay. Soon after, the couple married in the manor, with Annie becoming the painter's exclusive model. The newlyweds reveled in their blissful world together. After the wedding, they hosted a bonfire party, where the painter's former lover, Moira, showed up uninvited. Filled with rage from the double betrayal, Moira confronted Annie. During their heated argument, Annie accidentally fell into the bonfire. After a long period of examination and treatment, the doctor informed the painter that while Annie had survived, her face was severely burned, her vision was impaired, and she would never walk again. Unable to accept this fate, Annie announced her own death to the world, and from that moment on, the manor became a cold, lifeless tomb. The couple lived isolated in the estate, cut off from the world. Because of Annie's injuries, they could no longer share a bed, and the painter, devastated, was unable to continue his work. With Annie's disfigurement, she was consumed by bitterness. Though her husband stayed by her side, she knew he could no longer accept her, now a monster in his eyes. Annie transformed from an angel to a devil, taking out her frustration on the servants. In an effort to help the painter regain his motivation, a longtime friend entrusted him with managing her beauty salon before leaving the country and arranged for a nurse to take care of Annie. However, the nurse's beauty drove Annie to madness with jealousy, and she frequently lashed out at her. Meanwhile, the painter, longing for the appearance of his former wife, climbed into the nurse's bed, using the young and beautiful woman as a substitute for Annie.